Hello, I'm Eagle Gardens, Eagle Gardens 1 on Instagram, and this is fucking Talking Shit with Eagle, episode at 313.5. Hopefully, you guys are coming back from the last episode, ready to come hang out and do a dab or two. Dab for me, or you get out this chat, get it started. It's crazy how some days I don't have to start it, and some days I do. I wish Google would just pick out something and stick with it. There you go. Welcome there in chat to the 6 of y'all that are watching. 5. We've already sank it down to 1. Cheers, Magma Seed. Man, I thought blood red oranges were supposed to be fucking orange or sweet. These ones are sour. We'll swing over here to let Johnny Canna Seed in. What's good with you, Brittany Teasley?
What's up, brother?
I'm gonna take a dab.
Right on.
Trying to munch on a blood red orange right quick. Oh
Nice.
man.
Nice.
I missed...
man,
I thought them things were supposed to be like sweet for some reason.
They're not?
This one ain't. This one ain't.
I've had blood oranges that were sweet. Yeah.
I thought so. I thought they were, the redder, darker the berry, the sweeter the juice, right? That's what I'm going by here.
Something like that, yeah. So, shoot, man, I missed the show.
Oh, man.
I know, it was horrible. I'm going to have to go back and watch it. I hooked up with Micro Goon today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so he stopped by about 8 o'clock, and then we hung out for a few hours here in my garden, showing him shit. And he dropped off a bunch of supplies for me, which was outstandingly gracious of him, And I was really grateful of that. I dropped him some beans, and he gave me some beans and shit like that. It was a good conversation. Good young man. Tomorrow he's going to bring his girlfriend and his kid over so we can meet them.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was a really great a great meeting with him.
It's nice to see some real life, some, you know what I mean? Some face-to-face.
No doubt. And
connection there.
Yeah, the thing about it is I gave him a hit of that Puckerberry knockout. He had to sit down.
Oh, nice. That had to make you feel good.
Yes, it did. And he stuck his nose in. He said, "Oh man, that smells good," he said. And I think I talked him into buying Herbs Now, because I think Herbs Now started up Friday, right?
He'll be back. He'll be on Wednesday.
On Wednesday?
Wednesday he'll be on. Yeah.
Okay.
Get to hear the whole story, all that shit. I wouldn't leave you guys hanging as soon as that shit.
Oh no! I can do that. Yeah.
I try to keep you guys informed. I try. I can't wait to hear the whole story.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because he's having a hard time curing his buds, drying them. They got that same smell that I had. That little bit of chlorophyll kind of haze smell in the background to still get you high. but it's just not drying properly, you know? So I told him the next time you get some cash, go get that. That'll solve your problem. So he's already gonna. As a matter of fact, I think he listened to you, dude.
Nice.
So you should get some recognition on that.
If I do or don't, I don't. It's all
Well,
good.
I mean, just
That new
just
model.
saying,
I'm
just saying that
that new
he took
model is supposed to be pretty nifty. It's got USB ports on it and shit.
right,
I'm
and
jealous.
it's got a charcoal filter in it.
I believe so.
Now, who gave him that
I
idea?
believe. I don't know. I
I think I
suggested it,
remember
but
that show. I think I remember that show. It was that was a great idea. And if he utilized that information and did that to make his machine better, more power to him. You know, I think that's fantastic. You increase something like that, you put something better, make it better. It's just going to be a much better machine.
sure.
Totally.
Excuse me. Cheers, Madam T, and everybody else in chat. How you guys doing? Miss Tan T always throwing the hearts. Hearts right
Always
back. Miss
throwing the
Madam T.
hearts. Such a sweetie, Miss Madam.
I tried to feed these to my dog. Look how red that is. I don't think it gets much redder now.
Man, that's red. That's ruby red.
My my dog, I tried to give this to my youngest, and she was like, "Nah, I ain't eating that shit. That looks black." I'm like, "That ain't black, but
It's rotten.
it's dark." Yeah, you're crazy.
How's it taste
Mm.
though? Pretty good or what? A little tart?
It's sour. It's still
Yeah,
sour.
it's probably just not ready yet.
That's what I'm thinking. Skin was still really tight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, probably needs to set
When
a
it
little
comes
bit
for me
longer.
for oranges, yeah, I like to wait when they release a little bit. When that
Yeah, when they
skin and
start
the
to release
fruit
that
kind of
smell,
break.
yeah, once the smell starts to come out, yeah, then you know it's getting good on the inside.
There's microgroom right there.
There he is.
Speaking of you.
Yeah, see, he dropped me off some of his buds right there. See that?
Yeah.
All right, man.
On air smoke report with Johnny.
Yeah. Okay, report. So I don't see the chat. Ask him if his girlfriend smoked that joint yet, or
Oh,
smoked
he's
any
the first thing he put in. One of the first things he put in there. That Puckleberry punch, man.
Puckerberry knockout. Yeah,
That puck.
it's
No,
some
he says that
good.
Puckleberry punch. He said the
Yeah, he's
Puckleberry
next.
punch.
Yeah,
The
he's
punch
next
from
up.
the knockout.
Oh, I got it. I got it. I'm telling you, man, that's some good weed, man. It hits the spot. Got a few more coming up. I got me a monster clone coming of it. It'll be nice. Yeah.
Nice, nice.
Yeah. So tomorrow when he comes over, we'll give him one of those clones to take home with him, so he can have a
So no,
Huckleberry knockout.
that's actually another testament person right there that can testify that my herbs now dry bud isn't all not terpy. The terpenes
Exactly.
are all lost and it's
Yeah, he
garbage.
couldn't
It's
believe the
garbage.
flavor of that stuff. It's really good. Yeah, he was impressed with it. I was happy with it because
Well, a
it's got a
lot of
really
that is
clean
to
flavor.
do to the a lot of that to do is the genetics and the good gardening skills there. Don't take yourself out of the equation there, Johnny.
Well,
The machine didn't kill
mixed
it.
up a couple of
That's
things.
what I'm
You know?
saying. The argument there is the machine will kill it.
Yes, the
machine did
machine
not kill
will
him.
finish it off for you after good work. Yes.
What's up, Dozer?
I had a
Chef
hundred
Life
percent.
420.
I had 100% on all my seeds that I popped.
Nice.
Yep, every one of the beans that I except one one bag. They just didn't open up for me. I've still got them up here checking them out in the warmer, but they're just not doing their thing. It's a bummer, but exciting.
So, kind of want to throw this out there a little bit, just real early on. You know, you know, today is the passing of Sub.
Yes, it is.
Today, it was a year ago today we lost Sub. And as you guys may not have caught the advertisement on Instagram,
Is that going to happen tonight?
but that well, Mondays, that's another thing I need to point out too, is usually the Monday night show is late because of the late sesh. So tonight at normal time at 11:30 will be the tribute episode to Sub.
Okay.
Now, this is what I kind of want to get to is the guest list. Um, because of there at one point there was a division. Again, a lot of this was in part, their fault for laying out their stuff in public. So there was a divide between the weed nerds when the divorce went. Okay. Some people went towards Miss Jill. Some people went on with Sub. Miss Jill will be on the show tomorrow. There will be. There are still some that do see, side to side, and I think that is stupid. And again, I'm not 100% set in my ways that you know this is the great answer, but what I'm trying to do here is end it. That's we've kind of talked, amongst a lot of close friends of Subs, and it's time to end it. It really
It's time to
is.
close
Just
one door and
remember the
open a new one.
man. So I
Close the door and
understand
open
there's
a
already
new one.
been, some DMs about her coming on the show, and I have actually said there would be one person you'd never see on the show, and that, you know, things change and whatever. But I guess what I'm saying is if there's anything that's going to be said, I'd appreciate it. You'd either do it with me in the DM or get it out of your system on this episode. Don't don't
Don't
disrespect
air it
the
out.
sub episode tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't disrespect Sub.
And this is, and again, this is, there's been a lot of BS lately around this in particular issue. So I want to be very clear on this. This will be uh an opportunity to remember what Sub did. This is remember him and what he did. You know, bottom line, what happens in the future with whatever, I give two shits about. What happens now and from what he did, that's why I'm doing this, and this is what I remember, is him and what he did. So with that's all we're asking tomorrow is like one side, hate one side, but we can at least hopefully get together tomorrow and respect the man himself. I'm asking,
Himself, absolutely.
politely to bury whatever feelings you have one way or another and remember the man tomorrow. Flat out. So hopefully you will be uh, here for that episode. I have it will be Miss Joe will be here. Frenchie Cannoli will be here.
Nice.
Uh, right. TCDR will be here. I
Okay.
am trying to get Mendo Dope to stop in at
That
some
would be
point.
awesome.
I'm hoping that Original Weed Nerds, Patrick from Heroes of the Farm, which produced a lot of the original gear back in the day as well. One of the original TGA, one of the original Green Avengers. And I'm hoping that North Star will pop in to say some respectful words and remember our friend. So, again, hopefully it all goes well. I was actually very worried about the backlash from this episode, but in my heart, when I thought about this, something just told me that he would want this, you know,
Yes,
flat out. Even
I agree.
today, when I posted this, I was speaking with somebody and I said, he's, I said, my stomach's rolling right now, but I know he's smiling. So, and that made me feel better about hitting that button. That button, because I did too, man. I was like, oh shit, here it comes. It was like 5, 4, 3, here it comes. Here comes the public backlash right here. But so far, so good. It's been minimum, but
That's
again,
good.
it's for the
Well, that
right
just lets you
reasons. It's
know
for somebody
it's
we
the right thing
greatly
to do.
respect. So let's remember somebody that all touched us in one way or another.
We're losing you,
So,
buddy.
brother.
There you are. Yeah, we were losing you. You froze up. Hey, can you see chat?
Figures. I can see Chad a little bit.
Okay, because I was having a hard
It
time
actually froze
uh,
up on me.
posting. Yeah, I was having a hard time posting. It wasn't letting me.
Really?
Yeah, I
I
tried
wonder if
to.
that's because I was froze up on my end.
I don't know.
I'm really telling you guys, man. It's weird how it's kind of choosing when and when not. It's doing it, but I'm basically what I'm gathering from this is because YouTube and Google are cracking down. They are really
Oh, they
listening to
are.
these chats now.
They are. They're
And
listening to
that's no
everything.
bullshit. And basically, what's going on is by not having that chat start, I'm like signing in that chat by opening it. You know what I mean? I'm
You're
taking credit for it by
okay.
opening it up and signing it. I'm like going, okay, you guys, you know, just like everything else. Like anything, if you were to get on here and freak out right now, it's kind of like, not to say that you would ever do that, Johnny,
Right.
but you know what I mean? Just kind of just go on about like some
Well,
hate
sure. Then
speech or
it would go
whatever.
against the channel.
If I didn't, right,
Yeah.
yeah, if I didn't shut you down as fast as I seen you doing it, that would legally come back on me.
Yep.
So that's I think that's what they're kind of doing with chat basically, is saying that I have to, be responsible. Since I opened it, I have to be responsible for whatever's being said there.
Okay.
That's basically what I think's going on. So, I
Yeah, it's a
guess I guess
brave
that's
new
my
world we
one
live
to
in.
I guess that's my one-to-one chat with the mod there. Please keep it clean, Johnny. Please come keep it clean.
You don't have a problem there.
No, we got a good chat here. We got a
I think you're right.
good
I
community.
think it's I think it's time to close that door and open up a new one and allow that to settle. And
Yeah,
and
I mean it
yeah,
was an
I just feel
amazing community before the division, that's for sure.
oh, I'm sure it
And
was.
it's amazing how it even still did to this day, it is still
And,
exists. It's amazing.
and
I couldn't believe
you know,
how
I
like
think it's going to be
somebody's
even a better.
relationship could have affected the industry like that. I was always blown away by that, man. It's like, holy
Yeah,
fuck! It
that's
really,
true.
somebody, a man and wife can actually have this kind of rift in a community like that, and it did, man. It was pretty crazy, but
That's amazing stuff,
yeah.
man.
No, just
Okay.
know, guys, my heart's in the right place with this. That's all I'm saying. That's all
And
I'm saying.
I think Sub would prefer it to be like that, where everybody kind of drops the weapons, walks together, and gives the high five, handshake. Hey, everything's cool. Get back to business.
Oh man, I need to take me some rips. I am digging
Yeah.
this rig, the skull rig, the dirty
Oh,
bull,
that's badass, man. I like that.
isn't it?
Yeah, that's a crystal skull. I remember that. I only seen that one
Uh,
time. That's nice. It hits good.
yeah, it does. It does.
Nice.
I actually bought a banger for it, and it was one of those things. It was in clearance. It was in the clearance rack right there. It's $10. I knew it would fit. I snatched it up, got 3 bowls out of it, and the fucker cracked. I was like, oh, now I know why it's in the clearance bin. Somebody seen that shit coming.
Yeah. Cheap stuff. Dime a dozen. Yeah, so Micro Goon got to look at my haze, the haze bean that I got growing, and he thought that was a pretty good looking plant. Made me feel good. Oh, man.
Yeah, as just like I said, I was saying the other day, Johnny, is somebody that's been on the other side of the fence here. You've came a long way this year, man. You really have. You've taken everything in, and you've done a great job. I'm proud to see the transition you've made in the last year. Done a great job, brother. Hats off.
Gone from not growing anything to growing some serious weed.
There you go. And not just growing some, but in several phases to accomplish a nice perpetual in that amount of time. Again, hats off to you, man.
I love it. It is a serious passion. I would call it close to my fishing. I used to use my fishing. And the funny thing is Micro, he grew up in Pennsylvania too. So he understands what I'm talking about when I'm saying like fishing out there is phenomenal. I mean, there's so many fish. And that's meditation, man. When you're sitting by a creek, by a stream, you got the bubbling of the water going by the rocks, got your line out in the water, you're waiting for that fish to nibble on it. Man, that's the best time. Being in nature like that is just so refreshing, peaceful. It is, that's top to me, you know.
I used to take my girls fishing all the time, man. I can't believe I haven't taken them since moving up here. Fucking,
Oh man.
I have more access now to fishing than I ever have downstate, and I have not dropped a line in the water, not in 5 years. I haven't dropped a line in the water in 5 years.
Dude, that's
And
therapy right there.
I'm
That's
telling you,
so
I'm,
good for the
I'm
soul.
within 10, 15 minutes of some really beautiful, crystal clear lakes. I mean, you probably
Ah,
drive, get right out in the middle of them and see bottom.
oh my
And
goodness.
yeah, I don't. I want a beautiful river. that's maybe not even 5 minutes behind me. Major good sized river. Don't ever utilize none of it. You could canoe, kayak, whatever, tube down that motherfucker, fish.
That's wrong.
Never once even drove up to the banks.
That's just wrong.
I know. I know, man. So much beautiful hiking trails. I mean, I'm in the actual national forest. I'm actually in Huron National Forest, just surrounded by some of the most beautiful country I could be surrounded with. And I don't hardly ever get out in it as much as I should. I'm always here in the garden. I know. Sucks. I need to be outdoors, out there gardening.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I haven't found any place out here in Vegas that I could even drop a line in to pull anything out. They're all cityfied fish. They don't know how to bite a worm, you know? These cityfied fish.
Those city five fish will know how to bite a worm. They're just in the red light district and they're costly.
Yeah, I don't fish in that district. You catch more than a fish in that district.
I thought they were certified clean over there. I don't know. I've never been, but
Well, hell, what happened to that basketball player? He died at that one.
oh shit.
Yeah, that was right up there in Pahrump, you know, a few miles away from me, about 40 minutes.
Crazy. I
Yeah,
don't watch a lot
that's
of news. I, I don't take in the try to take in the negative. Too much
well,
of it
that's
out there.
well, that there was, that was hometown news, bro. That shit doesn't get around. I mean, that gets around quick.
Well, you'd be surprised how much shit I really do miss.
Okay, now I'm gonna try some crinkle cut that Micro Goon gave me, and I just smashed up a bud, and it's got some nice flavor to it. The outside has that smell to it, but the inside smells good. Real sticky. Mm. All right, here we go.
I had to take my charm off, man. I got to get a rope. Gonna have to get a rope for this thing, man. My neck ain't liking that copper. Broke out from the copper. Did it the other night and it went away all quick. I got brave and put it back on. Right back to it. It's like, shit. Skin's always been kind of sensitive to, like, certain metals.
Well, if you want to wear that, you're probably going to have it coated.
You can do that, huh?
Yeah, you're going to have it coated with something like a clear coat of some sort. You know?
Well, I was thinking not so much the stone, but like, just changing the necklace to like a leather strap, because it'll be like above on the shirt most of the time. You know what I mean? It
Oh, are
wouldn't
you
be all
talking
on
the
the
copper
neck.
going around the rock or around the neck?
Yeah,
Is it copper around the neck?
around the neck.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I changed the necklace then.
yeah.
Yeah,
The
change that shit
necklace
to
is breaking out my neck.
yeah, change it to silver or leather, gold. You know,
I'm gonna
silver
think.
ain't
Well,
gonna
I
do that
don't
shit
know if
to you.
there'll be a chemical reaction between silver and copper or not. So I'm just gonna go with the leather strap. I think.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
would
give
make
a
sense.
shit about. It ain't about like a monetary thing. Like it has to be metal.
No,
It's more of the for the rock. Said it's more for the rock than anything. I enjoy the stone, black stone. Whoops.
Well, the crinkle cut, great hit.
How is it?
It's a good hit. Doesn't have the greatest flavor, but once he gets that machine, man, he's gonna fucking rock it out of the park, man. It'll change the way he dries stuff. And I mean, because that was my whole problem. I think it tastes good, but it just doesn't have that full flavor like it should. Because drying out here in the desert, it's not that easy.
Oh, I bet.
I mean, you have to. It's almost like you have to hit it with a hose or something, keep it from drying out so quick. I like it. Good looking weed.
Not bad.
Yeah, I'll be growing some of this.
So
in
how
my
was your
garden.
weekend, man?
Well, I've had better. I had to put
Yeah.
my neighbor knocked over the post that was holding up part of my awning and didn't even tell me. I went out there and saw it hanging, and I said, well, shoot, next wind that comes by, it's going to take my awning off. So I had to go out there and take care of it. I had to go out and spend $30 on hardware just to secure it up to do what I had to.
You're right.
That's neighbors right there for you.
My neighbors are fucking trip. My neighbors are a trip all the way around. Yeah, they're all good people, but man, the one guy that usually stops by is an older gentleman, and he goes above and beyond and like invades your space. Is I guess is the easiest way to say it. He's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
close talker
He gets in
and
your
like
face.
tries to force. Yeah, he likes to try to force his way in too.
Into your house?
He could be, yeah, he could be a cop, man. You crack that door open like 2 inches, and he's grabbing it and fucking wanting to come in.
And pushing in on it? And you're
Yeah,
grabbing
man.
it, fighting
I
back with him. What
actually,
are you doing?
I actually answered the door the other day and walked him out like a bouncer. I did too. All
Oh my God.
arm out to the side, and I'm like, hey, hey, come on, it's out here, buddy, out here. So
What the heck,
I don't
man?
want
You
to have
think
to
you just
listen.
walk in or what?
I'm like, I don't want to have to listen to the dogs. I don't want to have to listen to the dogs. What you need, buddy? What do you need? What do you need?
That's too much, man.
Man, anybody like that kind of comes in and wants to talk just for a second, I gotta wait for the dogs to fucking quit, settle down. You know what I mean? They sit there and fucking barking at the guests and whatever. Calm down, and wait for like 2-3 minutes for the dogs to calm down. Then it's like, what? Okay, what do you need? What do you need? Took me forever to get the dogs calmed down. What are we doing? It's just easier to step out. It's just easier to step out.
Wow. I don't know what I'd do with somebody like that.
It's
Just hopping
420.
in and walking in. Is it? All right. Cool.
The
Take me
age
another hit.
makes it a bitch too, because what do you do? What do you do with somebody that's that age? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Got to be nice.
How old is he?
Oh, he's got to be 65 easy.
Oh.
Look, one day, man, he was out there mowing my yard and shit.
What?
I'm like, dude.
Boy, that is
Yeah.
that's my grass,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Get off my lawn!
When I first, yeah, well, fucking fucking when I first he likes to. I call it the fuck you strip. I mean, if that's what I would do. I mean, if I wanted somebody to cut their lawn, this is exactly what I would do. He'll like jump on his shit, and I'm sure he's doing it. I don't know. Maybe he's bored. I'm thinking he's doing it for sightline. He'll just jump on his tractor and fucking just ride down the road and like do a couple swipes down each side of the road. But he'll do it to even if it's your property. You know what I mean? I can see if it's all barren land, but like he'll do it on my land. You know what I mean? And if my shit's like not on point, you know what I mean? If it's like a little tall, then I've got this fuck you strip going down the front of my fucking shit. You know what I mean? Where it's all nicely mowed and then the rest of it kind of takes off. It's like, oh, fuck. Every time I see that, it's like, oh, great. Now I got to mow the lawn today because I got the fuck you strip going out in front of the yard.
Oh, man. That's funny. I remember when I was in Pennsylvania, there was a little old lady that lived next door to us. And I mean, she was probably in her latter 70s, you know, the cutest little thing. She could have been more than 4'3", you know, just a little thing, you know. And but just the nicest little thing. And every time I went out and I started mowing the lawn, my cousin would come out and she'd go like this, go mow her lawn too. You know, and I'm like, well, is that okay? You know, but before I did, I'd always go up and knock on the door and say, hey, my cousin wants me to mow the lawn. Do you want me to mow your lawn? And she goes, oh, okay. You know, so after a couple of times, it was okay. You know, I understood it was fine. She didn't have anybody to really do it for her. You know.
Well, it's one thing that they want you to do. But
Yeah. So I mean, I
Oh,
understand that, man. You just don't go onto somebody's property and start doing willy-nilly whatever you dang well want.
oh, the older you get, the fucking
That line gets narrower, you can
crazier
do
that
it.
shit gets, man. No, though, it gets wide. It gets wider. I think
Okay, I get it.
the old men I've ever been around get territorial about their lawns and shit. They don't want,
Yeah.
neighbor coming up and just
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought maybe, you know, I step up on this lady's lawn, start mowing, and she start throwing rakes and shit at me, you know.
Some people get kind of triggery about that shit,
Yeah.
especially like up here, man. I live around a bunch of fucking vets. Nothing wrong with vets, but man, when they believe in what they believe in, they fought for their hunk of land. You know what I mean? And if this is my hunk of land, I take care of this lawn. Don't fucking come treading on my shit. So I can see that being a trigger for some people up here. To be honest with you, just kind of treading on somebody's land.
Whew. That's a nice change. That crinkle cut's got a nice flavor to it, actually. It's a good hit.
Right on.
Thank you, Michael Groom, for coming by.
I think about like tobacco. Don't they have like a crinkle cut tobacco? Or
I don't know, man.
Two cut. It's two cut tobacco.
Two cut. I think I heard a two cut before. I don't know. Maybe they do have a crinkle cut.
Ooh. Cheers, St. Bernard's observation booth in Denver.
Cheers, everybody.
Dreamer 77 Double D. How you guys doing?
Yeah, I want to throw some big props out to Mike Ragoon for coming by. That was awesome. It's good to know somebody around you that grows, you know. good, decent people.
Oof, there's a lot of. I didn't think there was that many growers up here, or there would have been. But the more I've been up here, man, I found out there's quite a few
Coming out of the
really good
woodwork.
growers around me. It was funny that where I picked that up, where I noticed that at,
Where's that?
was like 200 miles away from here. Go figure.
What, you notice more growers or what?
No, they were up here.
Oh,
Yeah. All the clubs are the kind of clubs where you can still kind of uh, do your overages, get rid of overages, patients.
yeah.
Are all down there. And it has like basically a lot of them are like some of them are like old restaurants. So basically, I'm buying a half a table to rent. I sit there with my overages, and you rent a half a table. So we sit there all day, with our stuff at the end of the table, do whatever. Well, I used to do that twice a week. And fucking I got to know a lot of growers. You get paired up. It's almost like speed dating for growers, basically. But
Right, right.
not necessarily dating. You know what I'm saying?
No, I understand
Every
what you're
day
saying.
or
You're
every
sitting there
time you
talking
come,
though.
it's a different.
You're having a conversation, right?
Yeah,
You need
you're
to know who
stuck
they
there
are.
face to face for fucking
Right.
4 or 5 hours. Yeah.
And how does
What
that
I
work
come to
when you got
find
a
out,
table? I'm sorry, I broke
hold
up
on.
your
What I come to
conversation. Go
find
ahead.
out was most of the guys were coming from up there. All these good growers were coming from up there. There wasn't too many from the fold that were local. Was a funny thing. So basically, to get to your question there, you could take in whatever you were allowed to carry. So basically, you had to be a member of the club. You have to be a member of the club.
Okay.
And then if you're a caregiver, you can bring in your overages no more than whatever you're allowed to carry. You know what I mean? To have. And then you can sit at the rented table, and any patient that kind of rolls up can buy from you at whatever price you set. Or not, it's actually not buy. You could gift,
Right.
donate, gift and donate is how that goes. To patients in the club there.
Right.
So that's how that works.
I was wondering how that worked because new in the game, I don't know how it works.
It used to be a lot better than that back in the day. There was a lot more of those places. And you could actually eliminate that. You could actually just, if you had tested goods there, you could just go to the dispensaries and be go like, hey, I got this batch. That's where that book came from that I was showing yesterday.
Okay. Yeah.
That used to be my
Yeah.
book. That
Okay.
used to be the rounds book. I used to go around with a fucking what is now you've seen the seed suitcase. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But that would be loaded up with my overages, and I would just walk into a dispensary with my briefcase there and pop it open just like a businessman and be like, okay, this is what I have for today, and I would practically, show them what I have, and then I would hand them that menu and be like, okay, this is what's in the garden, and if you don't, if I don't have what you see here, you can kind of pre-order, and the next time I have some overages, I'll kind of put you down for whatever, and I'll stop back with whatever you've requested.
Very good. Makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
Fucking Flint, man. Flint, Michigan. I'm telling you what, Flint, Michigan at one point still had It was super cowboy. All you needed for a dispensary there was the balls to rent a building and put a sign out front. At that point, that's really all you needed. So you could actually start at one end of the fucking town. I'm gonna even call it out. You could start at Door Highway, on Door Highway, and go from one end of the town. You didn't even have to leave Door Highway. You could just be like ting 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 all the way fucking. You know what I'm saying? You could
One
actually
place
start
after
with
another, right?
yeah, you can start at
Wow.
one point. Yeah, that was it. Like basically Monday morning, you just fucking start at one end of town. By the time you
Yep.
made it to the end of town, you're usually good.
Man,
Headed
that's
back
amazing.
home.
That's amazing.
Look, miss the cowboy days. Miss the
Cowboy
cowboy
days.
days. Uh, I do.
Oh man. The
I was
wild,
ready
wild
for them
west.
too, man. I was ready for that shit too, man. I was more than ready. And I did too. I'm still kind of not just cocky in the aspect that like I'm not afraid to walk around and talk about it. And even then, going from the outlaw side of the kind of things to doing being able to do it legal, I was brave. I was brash, I guess you'd call it, man. I was one of the guys walking around with a backpack all the fucking time. Clank, 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 clank.
Yeah, you know what he's doing.
What? It's legal. What? It's legal. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny because I would always hear the clink too, and it would be like, little eye wink nudge.
What's up,
I
dude?
got you,
How you
bro.
doing?
Yeah. See you around, bro.
It's kind of like when the bikers ride by each other. They got that little wave, you know. What's up, man?
Yeah.
Motorcycle riders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same
There's a
thing.
certain recognition, tip in the hat, little wave, little nod, you know. Yeah. Respect. That's great.
Yeah. Yeah. I miss some days, man. I really do. I miss the character building days. Again, I learned a lot of them days, to be honest with you. To be able to sit there and table with a lot of them amazing growers, and fucking learn what they were doing, talk about what they were doing, just much like we're doing now. Talk about
Yeah.
what we're doing, what we're growing, all that good shit. Made a lot of connections, man. A lot of connections at the table.
I'll tell you
Really.
what, man, this show being on and watching, listening to every one of these growers that come on, each one of their different ways of going about it, and seeing how you had your grow set up with the the airflow going and everything like that. I've eaten off of every one of those plates. You know what I'm saying? I took a little bite here, a little bite there, a little bite here, and I said, man, and I that's how I've gotten the information that I needed to do what I'm doing right now. And I just, man, it's such a blessing to be able to grow, you know? I mean, I was throwing so much money away buying stuff from dispensaries out here and people in the black market where I was throwing money away, you know, just throwing money away. And now I'm not, you know, and I've got this beautiful sanctuary with all these ladies that hang around me, you know. I just
You
love it.
know, you're absolutely right, John. Yeah, and I said this a few times too, and it's very true. And I always wonder how people are gonna act about the shit that I say. You know what I'm saying? Because some of it's pretty raw. But this is the truth. This is the very, 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 very truth of it. I mean, I was talking about this the other night. For there was a time where I hustled, straight up hustled. I didn't pay for no
Right.
canvas. Never paid for canvas for a long period of time. It was just what I did. I didn't have to do it. And then there was the time where I, for one reason or another, had to not do that. You know, kids came, I had to be respectful and want to fucking bed around. So that period went away. And that was a costly fucking period. Oof.
That
Oof.
costs a lot of
You
money.
go from that. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
You go
Are
from
you kidding?
never paying for cannabis to fucking paying for cannabis. You know, you come into that, smoke a lot. I still smoke a lot. I mean, I would, if I had to start buying cannabis right now, I would almost have to quit or think about quitting. I don't know. It'd be rough. It'd be rough.
I totally
But,
understand you. Yeah.
so
As
things
it,
were very costly through that period, man. And, it's pretty easy to put, whenever I could, I'd do the quick flip thing. You know what I mean? Get some buddies together. You need one, pick up a free quarter or whatever. But quarters don't get me very far. I was buying an ounce a week easy. Even at,
yeah.
commercial prices, even, at friendly prices at best. That's like calling in favors from like back in the day. I was getting zips for like 85 bucks, 85 bucks a piece. So that was like, 360 a month, in that neighborhood right off the top of my head, more like 380. I think about the correct man.
Right.
Fucking, that was a lot of money. And then, the better weed started kind of coming around, homegrown. I knew some friends that were starting to grow. You had it close by, and then all of a sudden, the the person that I was with, she no longer the regs, the good regular stuff was no longer acceptable. You know what I'm saying? No
Oh.
longer the goods.
Oh.
Smoke the better stuff.
A
And
little
that was
snooty
two
on
hundred bucks. Yeah, yeah, it went snooty fast. And fucking so that was 200 bucks a zip. 200 bucks a zip. So now I'm up to $800. $800 a fucking month.
it. Damn.
And I'm going over and talking to this cat all the time. This is
And
the
you're not
for
just
real.
supplying for yourself.
I've said this version of it. I've skimmed over, but I've never really went into this kind of detail. So so I'm buying it from this cat all the time, and he's like 200 bucks a zip. I know some guys at the time that are wanting 350 easy versus what they were growing at the time. And I'm like, you're fucking mad. You are fucking mad. I never thought I'd see
Yeah.
the day where they would be that high, but he was getting it. He was getting it. Yeah, I always told him you'll never get it from me, and he never did get it from me. I always got it from him cheaper. But so I'm over there constantly, once a week. I'm checking out his garden, seeing
Well, the
things.
regular
I'm
is going
not
to get the
stupid.
better price.
I'm
This
not
is where you got
stupid,
the
Johnny.
information how to grow, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not stupid.
Yeah.
I'm going over there, and he's taking me in and showing me shit. And fucking, I'm like, okay, cool, yeah, this is cool. And I keep buying and keep buying. God, finally, I get him to sell me a couple clones. OG Kush, good fire shit too. And that was the end of him taking my money. That was the end of him taking my money right there, Johnny. Because I took them clones, I took them home, and I put them under a light, and I fucking hermed them. I hermed them first
Oh,
round. Yeah, it wasn't enough though. Wasn't enough because I ended up taking all them seeds and using them for the second round. I still
so
got a
you did
bunch of
that on
these seeds.
purpose.
I didn't do it on purpose.
But
We
it
can say
worked.
that. We can say that. Yeah, we can say
Yeah,
that.
but it
But
worked
yeah,
though, right?
but yeah, because at that point, genetics were super fucking hard to find. Super hard to find. You weren't just fucking getting seeds anywhere. So it was a blessing. That was,
And I didn't know how to clone at that time. And at that point, he had already known that I had already scored a light. You know what I mean? He already knew. He already
He
seen
heard
the
through the
wheels
grapevine.
turning.
He, yeah,
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 yeah.
okay, okay.
So no more clones were coming from that route. So it was a blessing. I ended up sprouting all them seeds. And luckily, with the second round, I ended up looking into finding out how to clone and shit, and ended up running that strain for a while, a couple runs. Started ordering some seeds from overseas and shit. But yeah, that's. But what I'm getting to here, I took the very, very long way around. Oh, very long way around. But what I'm getting to is that was a very long time ago. You know, that was real close to 20 some years. You know what I
Man,
mean? $800 a day, $800 a day a month. So now what I'm getting to is, fast forward 2021. And realistically, I am now growing for myself 5 people for less than that and providing medicine for everybody for under
dang.
what. And that's what I told myself then. I was so frustrated with paying that amount. I'm like, even if, as long as I can keep it under $800 a month, you know what I mean? Worst
Your
case,
benefit.
banging away them lights, you know what I mean? I'm not
Yeah,
having to go fucking over his house. I'm fucking in control. I got, a steady supply. I no longer have to make phone calls. 'Cause it was always, that's the other thing I hated, fucking dealing with people on their time too. Get out of work, catch me on Friday, then fucking Friday 5 o'clock, Friday 9 o'clock. Fucking you went to the bar. Okay, I'll catch you tomorrow. I didn't really want weed. You know what I mean? I didn't really want to smoke today. So yeah, cool, go to the bar. Go to the bar. I got tired of that shit. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So growing at any cost, as long as that's what I told myself. As long as I can do it for under that cost, I'm doing this shit. I'm running with this shit. And time down the road,
And
that
now you're
cost
taking
went
care of
down.
6 people. And now
Well,
you got six
less,
people you're taking care of.
way less than that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
And
amazing.
now I have a
That's
steady supply. I have, in that time period, I've only had to actually purchase cannabis where I fucked up and had to buy some that first round. I grew that out. I ran out and had to buy some. Second round, I had to buy some. And then I was like, fuck that. I figured out how to time them after that.
I
That
did
was a
too.
blessing.
My first and
That
second
was a
plant.
fucking blessing. Woo.
Yeah, my first and second plant. I didn't get all the stuff that I got out of it. It was trash, you know, and it wasn't even worth even trying to smoke. It literally looked like hay. I mean, the one my neighbor brought over and let me start with, that's the one I'm talking about. His cactus plant. And it didn't turn out good. I got a couple seeds out of it, stuff like that, but I mean, it was just not good at all. Um,
So I guess I
just
want
went
to
up from there.
reiterate real quick. You know, I didn't mean to cut you off, Johnny. I
No, no,
realized
no.
that the words were out of my mouth that I rudely cut you off. Fucking. So that's basically since then again. That's been especially when I was selling seeds. I used to like to tell that story because it's very true to this fucking day. You know what I mean? Uh, for whatever it's even worse nowadays, especially if you don't even have that guy anymore. You don't even have that guy you can go get. You know what I mean? So if you're
Well,
locked in at buying from dispensaries,
yeah,
that cost could be you're probably spending close to that anyway. You might as well bite the bullet probably that 1 month. You'll have to buy, it's going to be a crunch like 1 month. Do it during income tax time. I did. It wasn't that bad of a crunch in
that's the
during
best
income
way to
tax
do
time.
it. Yeah, that's the best way to do it.
And so yeah, and then from then on, man, you're no longer paying that price. The setup fee's only that first month. You know what I mean? Usually, that first month, that like say if you're $800 in, you can easily buy a light, a tent, and some fucking grow medium for $800 and fucking get it rolling. You know what I mean? And then from then on, you be fucking on point. It's all fucking good from there. So that's my advice, man. Fucking take a stimulus check and buy some fucking lights. Is what I would
Yeah,
do. You're not growing. You need to be growing. Yeah.
that's what I'm
That's
saying.
again, again the guy that was a representative before me for some cool, and he was, and again, much respect to Tony. Galactic Gardens, you've seen him here in chat a few times. He was the rep before me. He was the original weed nerd in my area. I used to get my gear from him
Hmm.
before I got it from some cool, for sure. Uh, Fucking that cat used to own a hydro store in Flint, Michigan, and he would fucking finance your lights, all the equipment. Yeah,
Huh.
that's how cool of a motherfucker that dude was at the
Wow.
time.
That's that's
You could wander into his store, and he would set you up with a grow package, lights,
oh my
everything you
God, man. I
needed.
wish I'd have ran across that
Some
guy.
cases, yeah, in some cases it was like no payments for fucking 60 days. And then it was
Oh
painless. It wasn't even until your first harvest. You didn't even have to fucking make a payment, basically,
man,
if I remember right. Yeah. So it
that's
was
that's
that was
top
I thought
notch.
that and it yeah, and then you went in there and he was selling seeds too. And he was one of the first. I mean, you had to like nudge for the seeds. He had them right behind the counter.
Right.
You
Oh,
didn't even
okay.
know they were there unless
Right. Yeah.
because
Okay.
things were still real cowboy then, still.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
again, man, if fucking to do that, take that risk way back then for fucking people to get the cannabis ball rolling, man, that's pretty awesome. I wish I had tons to this day. Even that was part of the divide. Tony was the casualty fucking of the divide. When that divorce happened, he was part of the casualties of the weed nerd mess, to be honest with you.
Wow.
And even to this day, unfortunately, not to my doings, but there was hard feelings there as well. But not on my end. I still got tons of respect for Tony and everything that he did. You know what I mean? And
Well, it
as the
sounds
years
like
have
it.
passed, we've got. I actually, you look back, man. You can every high times event. I was at every booth with Tony. I'm there at the hash bars with Tony. You know what I mean? I'm, I was, you know, I've still got tons of respect to him and Bo Wallace and all the crew there, man. Fucking awesome folks.
Man,
Awesome
that
folks. That's what
that
I'm
one
saying
thing
here,
right
man.
there.
From
Yeah, the one thing
earlier,
about
man.
him
It's
that you
time for
said,
that shit to end, man. It's the riff's gotta end.
yeah, there's
Riff's
got to be
gotta
some
end.
respect for Tony because if
Yeah.
he's willing to help out a first time grower like that, I mean, that right there alone speaks millions. I mean, because I had to piece my stuff together. That's how I did it. It was really hard for me to get it going, because I had to get little bits here, a little bit there, a little bit here, and shoot, I'm still growing out of the same bag of soil that I bought the first day. It's still in within the mix of what I got going on because I re-amend.
No, a funny side shoot to this story, if you will. Hopefully, I need to send him a DM so he can listen to this. Fucking funny side shoot to
Shoot.
this story. I remember the fucking first time I kind of found out that he was carrying TG through the forums and shit. They actually fucking, I didn't know. I knew he sold other shit that I wasn't, It was top on my list, to be honest with you. Then I found out he had a TGA shit. I wandered in there, kind of again all code. I yeah. Here you got some got the TGA back there. So, he all looks at me,
Kind of gave
waving
you
me up
that
and
that
down.
look.
Yeah, still got the copish look to me. Ball head, fucking yeah, I got some seeds. He looked like he was gonna charge me full price too, man. And I tell him, well, I know so cool. And I think he just he gave me that like look like, fuck you, you don't know so cool. Like he just like reading the name on the box and shit. You don't know so gave me that look. And a couple times going in there and fucking telling me, hey, man, I'm a fucking weed nerd, man. Some told me you had some of this gear here, man. You had this strain. Got this strain. He'd look at me like, I don't fucking know. So time passed. I turned out I did know so. You know what I mean? Few trips into there, fucking I'm in there requesting gear that isn't even talked about yet. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
sent me in here, said you had. And again, it was about that point it kind of went, all right, this fucker obviously does know sup. You know what I mean? And then from then on it was pretty cool on after that. Good
That's
guy,
cool,
man. I
man. I like
swear.
that.
Still
I
to
like
this
that
day.
story. That's a good one.
Tons of respect for that guy. Tons of
Totally.
respect.
Yeah. Man, that's a top-notch guy there. If he's willing, yeah, man, hats off to him. I love that. That's uh that's what a lot of new growers need is that kind of a boost, you know, to get them into it, to get them really getting into the grow, A little bit of
It's
help
that
like
kind
that
of
is
shit right there that
gonna
gives me
roll
the
it right
drive
down
to
the
do
road.
what I do. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Fuck it. Yeah, you're right. That's the way it should be, John. That's the way it
yeah.
should be, flat out.
Oh, I didn't say anything yet, but he also gave me some clones. So I've got an OG clone, and gosh darn it, if I didn't forget what the other ones were, I didn't write it down. Oh, it's on that piece of tape.
Huh.
There it is. Oh, it's GMO.
Nice.
Yeah, so he gave me those two strains. Awesome. So and he literally cut them right off the plant and brought them over. So that's awesome, man. I don't know if Mike Ragoon's out there, but I'm giving him props, man. I like the kid. He's a good guy. I say kid because he's young. He's younger than me. He's like in his close to 30.
I have, you know, it's funny you kind of say that too. Another funny little stories. I used to be fucking. I say that a lot, and I probably say it more. It's more of a wide term than it should be. You know what I mean, as far as age. And
Yeah.
I'm here to tell you, man, I have come off ladders on fucking job sites when I was like ages that I'm calling kids now. You know what I mean? When
Yeah.
somebody called me that back on a job site back then, I came off ladders. One of the gentlemen that taught me most of the fucking shit I know about fucking fine construction and shit used to do it. He'd see it kind of fucking get under my skin and shit. Fucking, hey kid, come here. Go get that board. And I was fucking 26. I come right off that fucking ladder, man. 8-foot ladder. Practically jumped off the top of that bitch. Listen, motherfucker, I'll show you a fucking kid. I ain't no goddamn kid. Come on down here, motherfucker. He all just
He
starts
all full of
laughing
piss and
at me.
vinegar.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
Oh
yeah,
man, that's
man. He
too
was
good.
all laughing. Shut the fuck up. Come here. Come on, get back up here. Get the end of this board. Fucking dumbass. I'm just playing with you.
Oh, that is so funny. He knew he had your trigger, man. He knew it. He was playing with you.
Oh,
That's
he
what he was
did.
doing. He
Oh,
was playing you big
he
time.
was.
He said, "Oh, I got this kid. I got him. All I got to do is call him kid." Ah,
Oh, that my name was like like fucking a 4-letter word on the job site because I was his apprentice for years, man. You could fucking whatever job you could fucking we were on, you would fucking hear him, Eagle! You could fucking hear it just echo through the fucking trusses or the building and shit and be like, that motherfucker, Jesus. I'll He didn't even want nothing,
ah,
man.
yeah.
He'd just do it to fucking do it, man. What you doing? Working until you fucking yell for me. What the fuck you want, man? But he was also one of the best bosses too, because a lot of times he just wanted to smoke weed.
That's what he's probably just giving you a break, you know?
Shit, there was times where he actually sent me to go get bags out of the job. I take a
Oh
break, go
man,
get me
that's a
bags.
good boss. Man, that's a good boss, man.
Oh man, it got better. That job, it was for we. That was we were doing restoration on old
I love
houses.
restoring
Everything was like
houses.
fucking turn of the
Yeah,
century, late 1800, early 1900 houses. That's pretty much was our ballpark there. Take them right down the skeletons, repair anything that need to be repaired in the same fashion that duplicated in the same fashion that it was. You know what I
same kind of
mean? If it
wood,
was the
same
fucking
size,
timber,
everything.
yeah. If it
Yeah.
is timber joists, we'd fucking throw fucking timber down in there and shit. You know what I mean?
Did you
It's
have a
fucking
did you have a place to get that kind of material, or did you have to cut it yourself?
either or. Either or. If we had to cut it ourselves, we'd cut it ourselves. We were able to
Right.
order it and move on to new things. You know, we'd order it and move on to new things. You
Okay,
know,
that's
as a
cool.
small
Yeah,
crew, you can only do so much. You know, we
because I
could
know
done a lot.
that true size timber, that's hard to come by.
Yeah, it is. It is.
That's
Well, the other beauty of that too, once you get doing that for a minute, you tend to start setting shit aside. You start
yeah,
putting
yeah.
together a little barn and shit you may need later on.
So you got a little
But
stash of stuff you've already cut up. Yeah, makes sense.
he was fucking. So we ended up working. I'm going to leave some names out of this for a large college. These people owned a large college here in Michigan, and we worked for a foundation. It was like their went by their name. It's like their foundation, and we would fucking. They would buy houses, and like you said, historical houses. They'd go buy a historical house, and then they'd be like, "Okay, here you guys go." They'd walk through like once a year and be like, okay, we want marble floors. We want this base. We want this done. We want this done, done. We take our list. Boom. See you guys in 6 months. Here's a charge card. See you guys in 6 months. Do what you guys got to do.
Nice.
Turn the guys' hours in. Yeah. It was the ultimate gig. I actually fucking
Man, I would love to do
jackhammered my
something like
foot.
that.
I
Oh,
jackhammered my foot. I've told the
I
jackhammer
hate that
story.
story. Don't even tell it again. I hate that story.
They
That
fucking
hurt me.
paid for everything. They paid for
Oh man.
everything. They were so big. They were their own workman's comp. They didn't even have to pay for workman's comp. That's how big the foundation was. So they
I
just
got to
paid
tell you,
for everything out of
my
pocket.
foot,
Medical bills, no question.
my foot still hurts from that story, and it didn't happen to me.
I was working 70 hours a week. I was working 70 hours a week back then at a good wage. And they said, you know what, we'll fucking, you can sit home, we'll pay you 28 hours a week. Or you could come up here. They were working. This is all you we got time. We got fucking 20 minutes. But here, this is another super cool story of fate. This is honestly this is a very true story. very true story of faith. Uh, I just got the chills. Um, so I jackhammered my foot. It was completely shattered, fucking 6 bones. That foot, my right foot shattered. Couldn't walk on it. They were like, "Okay, you can either sit home, do nothing, 28 hours a week, basically cash." They weren't, it was sub work. So I wasn't. You'd pay your taxes at the end of the year. So we'll pay 28 hours a week, sit home, or or we're having tile laid at night in the upper second floor. We need somebody to come in. And then, again, I live right next door. I mean, I
Oh
literally live
man.
right next door. So this isn't
So
putting me out at all. If you come
so
in
are they
and
gonna
sit
pay
with the
more?
tile guy, if you come in and sit with the tile guy, all you have to do is sit at the desk and lock the door when he's done. We'll pay
No
you a
kidding.
normal 70 hours a week. And you only have to sit with them like 4 hours a night. Like, I am all over that shit.
Are you kidding me?
I'm all
Where do I
over that shit.
sign? Yeah. Are you kidding me? Yeah. You live right next
So,
door? Shoot.
yeah. Yeah, and that's, or you want to know the funnier part of that story? It's, we'll back up a little bit before, we'll back up like 6 months. I'm living in this house and I'm doing countertops at this point. And fucking countertops pay good money, man. Fucking, I did for Michael work for a long period of time, refacing kitchens and doing countertops. And all you need is one countertop a day, man. Fuck a couple $100 a day on a countertop.
Yeah,
Usually,
definitely.
if you fucking, you could have be done by 2 o'clock. Average size kitchen be done by 2 o'clock. Small kitchen be done by noon. So that cat that I'm talking about would watch me get home every day around 1, 2 o'clock and be like, "What the fuck?" This is his words later on. What the fuck is that guy doing that he's home every day, fucking 1 o'clock and shit? So he ended up sending somebody over and seeing if I wanted a job. So the job came and got me. I was like, "Fuck yeah, man! I
The
got some
job
time. If
offered
anything,
you the job? Oh
yeah, if
man.
anything, if anything, and again, this is let's see, let's put a year on this. This is 96. This cat just come over or walked across the yard and offered me a $15 an hour job, cash, 96.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's yeah,
So
that's
I'm
good
like, I'm
payback.
all over that shit. I'm all over that shit. Yeah, I'm there. And then the fucking, well, one of the things too was that I was collecting. I'm a collector. I've always been. So I was watching them take out cherry material out of this house and throw it in the dumpster. And they were watching my footprints go from the dumpster back over to my house with materials was part of it too. And that's kind of got his curiosity. He knew I did something. You know what I mean? So that was part of the end too. What you
he
doing with
was
the materials, man? You want
yeah,
a
he
job?
was seeing you collecting up that cherry wood and he was thinking, this guy's doing woodwork.
So yeah, so I go in and fucking we get talking. And I take a job as his apprentice. Fast forward back to
Nice.
where we are. I shattered my foot with the jackhammer. I fucking fucked up, but again, gravy job. So, um, I'm sitting there with the towel guy, and again, this is probably getting way too personal. I had never actually met my real dad up to, you know, I'm 28 at this point, 28 years old.
Okay.
Never met my real dad. My mom dropped me off. There's me and my brother, which was his real dad, not my dad, drops us off on his porch when he was at work. I was 4, he was 6. So I never met my real dad. And I never even found out that he wasn't my dad until I was 16. And when I was basically, hey, You're almost a man now. I got to get this monkey off my back. Happy birthday. And then 2 months later, I got kicked out for rolling joints for my brother, which is his weed that my brother had took from him.
I remember that
So
story.
later on in
Yep,
life,
I remember that.
it, later on in life, I get, I've re-hooked up with my mom. I've got bits and pieces of, how I actually followed the trail at one point, was told to get flogged. You know what I mean? And so it is what it is. So I'm sitting there with the tile guys, and that was the lead that I had. My dad was the tile guy. My real dad was the tile guy, and people in town that owned a tile business. And he was in Florida doing tile. That's all I knew. He lived in Florida, doing tile down there, and the lead. So I'm sitting there fucking waiting, killing time, and I start talking to the tile guy. And we get talking, and he's doing it as a side job from his daytime job. So we get talking, that's why it's after hours, not during the day. So we get talking, and he's like, "Man, there's something about you. You seem familiar." "Yeah, it is what it is. I seem to get along with a lot of people." He says, "Yeah, well," so we get talking, and he's like, "No, there's just something about it." And, we get talking, and I'm like, "So, where do you normally work?" And he says, "I work here." That's that was the company that the family. That was the brother for the dad that was employed. Worked for the brother.
Okay.
Chills go down my spine. He looks at me again. I say, I try to tell him the connection there. He's like, "I fucking knew you would seem familiar." He's like, I know your dad. I know your real fucking dad.
What?
And you look just like him. You look just like him. Not only that, he's in town. He's been in town for a month, tiling the YMCA downtown. They took a big job and redoing the huge, fucking Olympic-sized swimming pool. He's laying the tile downtown.
So he was part of a union group or
This
something like
is
that?
this is 6 blocks from where I've been working on this historical house. I
Holy
can
sh-
practically throw a fucking rock to the Y.
So what did you do with that information when you first took that in? How did that make you feel?
Oh man, I didn't know what to fucking think. I was blown back, and it was, mm,
Did that
I
piss
didn't
you
know what
off?
to do. He said, "You want a meeting? I can set it up."
Oh, that's cool.
I said, "I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I gotta have some time to sit down with this brother." And fucking, so a couple nights go by, and we talk about it. It's like, he's actually a really good dude. I don't know what happened, between, but he's actually a pretty good dude. Just saying, in his defense, I don't know what happened, but he's a pretty decent guy. So, and it kind of curves my decision a little bit. And then, so I do take him up. He sets it up. He'll be there tomorrow. If you want, he said he'd slide by at lunch. You guys have lunch. Hold on. If you want, I'll go. Maybe. So I go up to him, and I go up to the Y the next day, and go. He's got his back to me. You know what I mean? He's working. I go up. I kind of like. He turns around and was like looking in the fucking
Oh
chill.
my God.
We both felt it. Yeah, it's in fact, hold on, I'll go get a picture. It ain't even a good picture. It's him old, and you'll see what I look like in like 20 years.
Okay.
But no DNA. That's what everybody in the family is like. No DNA test needed here. But it was. I mean,
All right. Man, that must have been something else. I tell you. Yeah, I got a story, something kind of like a little different than that, though, about my dad. Mine's much different, actually.
so yeah. So he turns around. He's like, "So what do you want?" A little
Oh,
standoffish, like I'm coming for money. You know what I mean? Like I wanted money or something. I'm like, dude, I don't want a fucking thing from you. I want shit. I want no money. I want nothing. I want this fucking lunch. And hopefully you can answer some questions for me about, who the fuck I am, why did I do things I do, a little bit about who I am. And then you can walk away. We can fucking never see each other again, or we can fucking start anew. And, things went that way. Oh, let me turn the camera off. And again, this isn't even a good picture of them, but you can actually, you'll be able to see the resemblance for sure, even in a fucking bad picture. Let me turn this background on. Turn this off so I can see what the fuck they're doing.
yep.
Who's that guy? And I'm telling you right, that's like him a little bit. That was him later on with Flat Stanley. My daughter mailed him Flat Stanley, and they took Flat Stanley all over Florida
Oh,
and
that's
all
cool.
over the country, taking pictures for him. But yeah, when I met him, that was a few years prior, and a little bit thinner. And man, I'm telling you, man, it was there was that's what I said. When I met the rest of the family, when I went to that first very awkward gathering, it was
Well, I
chilling
bet that
for
was awkward.
everybody. That fucking yeah, they were like, "Oh fuck, man, no blood test needed here." Yeah, that's definitely your kid.
Oh, wow.
That's
Yeah. Hey,
definitely
Eagle.
your kid. Well, that's definitely your kid, man. That's no doubt about it. That's definitely your kid right there.
Yep, that's your boy.
Uh, uh, and
Yeah.
even as like life went on, as I got to learn his journey, it was bone chilling on how close our journeys were. At that age, the shit that we were doing, we're almost identical. It was almost chilling. And then at one point, this is again where I talk about regrets, man. We got talking about family. I had terrible troubles in my marriage, and he was. This is real shit. I shouldn't probably even air out this kind of shit. You know, uh,
Well, if you
things
don't
were
want to air it,
terrible,
don't,
and
you know?
he needed. What he says, his advice to me was, you got to watch out for yourself, man. You gotta be happy. You can't be happy and spread happiness unless you're happy. You can't give something that you don't have. But for coming from my angle and not knowing him, it was hard to process. You know what I mean? It was more like, oh, that's the reason why you weren't there. You know what I mean? You were worried about you being happy, is the way I took it.
Right. Yeah, you picked it
And
up as like,
that
well, so you didn't care about me. You were just caring about yourself.
that seed planted terribly and came up upside down, and I held that as a regret for years and never mended that bridge. 2 years later, I actually moved up here. He called me. He was up at the brother's house that was on the other side of the lake, and the opposing football teams were playing. And he happened to be up from Florida. He's like, "Hey, man, I'd like to see you. You know, can we go at least go to the football game together?" And I fucking was my asshole self, and I was like, you know what? He didn't have time for me. I ain't got fucking time for him. Fuck this. He died 30 days later. And you know, that's I've had so many instances where I've let them fucking my my regrets, my fucking grudges do that. I bet I
Get
can
in the
name
way.
10 people right off the top of my head that I buried with grudges like that. And you know, it came to a certain point where I was like, enough of that, man. I've got to fucking, I can't do this again. He was that point. I was like, I can't do this again. And then fucking 2 years to the day, the man that raised me, the dad I called dad, died in a similar thing with another bullshit grudge between us. And I never said that on there either, but you know, I buried that guy. Not even worse is COVID times. I never even got to bury him. I never even got to go to his funeral. And I
Yeah.
just got, this is the only thing I got from him out of that all. I just got this the other day, and I have taken it
And
off.
I think you got more than that from him. You got part of him throughout his growing up with him. You know, he taught you how to be somebody, you know? He's a good man. That sucks to hear that
Just in
though.
time for her fucking dad song. Yeah,
Yeah,
what a
yeah.
good place
Yeah, it
for a
was,
dad. Ah, what a
well,
good
you
place
know,
for a dad.
I don't know if I ever still told the story about my dad, but um, he was a piece of work. He was a real piece of work.
Oh, sorry, Tony. You did briefly, but I'm not wanting you to tell the story. But you did kind of touch on it a little bit
Yeah, he
when we did.
throughout our childhood, he was not there. He left when I was 6 months old, or right about there. And my mom brought us up, and the first time I remember meeting him was when I was 8 years old, and she shipped us off to Visalia, California, to stay at his house so we can get to know him. And you know, that was fun, interesting. He was strange. You know, he did weird shit. I didn't understand it. It didn't seem like normal person kind of stuff. He was a little bit quirky about things. Um, his whole goal in life was to never pay taxes. So he lived under the table his whole life. Everything he did was to do, he was basically a con man. And he had all kinds of schemes. He was into pyramid schemes. He was into whatever kind of get rich thing you could do. He was a gambler. He always had the next best solution for the craps table or for the cards. I mean, he was just, that's why I'm not a gambler, because I look at him and I see that it consumed his life. It was all about the next deal, you know, where can I get, and he was always just working it every minute, you know, and that's the way I see it now as I understand it. Um, but as a kid, man, it was like not having my dad around it was really freaking hard because all I had was mom, you know, all my friends had dads. I was the only kid that didn't have a dad in my town, which was really bizarre. And so it was tough growing up trying to figure out what it was to strive for. You know, I didn't have somebody to emulate. So it was something that I had to look for in my life and fill it on my own. So I used a lot of teachers and stuff like that to get that kind of information. But when I got older and I was taking care of him and he was living at my place, there was one point where everything was great, you know. It 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 all seemed good. It seemed like I was helping him. He was doing better. He was not getting ripped off anymore from one of our other family members, which I thought was kind of a bummer. So I helped him, and by me helping him, he felt like that was his avenue to start playing his games, you know. So he worked his way into getting some sort of a deal going on this and that, and trying to pull me into his schemes. And I kept telling him, dude, don't try to pull me into this stuff. I said, I live on the level. I, I, I don't live like you do. I told him. And I says, so don't try to bring that to me. But at one point he came up to me because I was having a hard time with child support. They took my license away for a third time, which was a bummer. You know, how is a man supposed to pay your child support if you're not able to get to work? You know, doesn't make sense to me. So as I was dealing with that, his solution for this whole solution was to teach me how to screw my son out of money the way he did my brother and I. So he says, hey, I can teach you how to get away with not paying child support. And that was it. Right then I looked at him I saw a nasty, dirty old man that I didn't even want to know anymore at that moment. And I looked at him and I says, I said, I think it's time for you to move out. This is my place. You need to move out. And he says, what's that? And I says, you're not going to teach me how to do what you did to my brother and I. I said, we suffered a lot. My mother broke her ass trying to take care of us. And I said, I blame you for that. So he told me, he says, I'm not moving out. I paid my rent. And I looked at him and I says, you're not going to move out? Okay. So I called up my friend that was the realtor that owned the house that I was renting it from. And I explained to him what was happening. And I says, I got to move out. My dad and I have paid this month's rent. I said, if you want me to pay another month's rent, I will. I said, but I need to leave because of this situation. I said, I can't be in that situation anymore. It's wrong. So I left and my dad stayed in the house for however long, I don't even know. But that was the last conversation I had. And he passed away, you're muted, but he passed away a, like maybe a year later after my mom did. And my
Sucks,
family on
buddy.
his
That's
side of the
rough.
family, yeah, my family on his side of the family kept saying, hey, you got to come talk to your dad. You got to talk to him. He wants to talk to you. And I said, I ain't got nothing to say to that motherfucker. That's what I told him. I said, I'm sorry. That motherfucker, I disowned it. And and he passed away without me saying another word to him. At times I feel kind of like that was wrong, but other times I'm just giving him the respect he gave us, you know?
It's sad though. When you think about it, you think we're just again dishing out the way we've been treated, but it doesn't make it any more right.
It doesn't
That's what
make
I found
any
out.
more right. As a matter of fact, I had to deal with some stuff after that for a little while because I did feel like I abandoned him. But the thing about it is I went and I pulled him up out of a situation to help him. And I did. I helped him. I helped him up out of a situation. So I did what I could, you know, about all I can say. I I loved him for what he taught me.
That's all we can do, brother.
Yeah.
That's all we can do.
And it's funny, my mom kicked me out at the age of 14, and I loved her more than anything.
It's character building. I tell you what, a lot of the shit that I learned from that time period in my life to having kids was very structural. Can't take away those lessons I learned hustling.
Oh, I'm
That's
sure.
for sure.
I'm sure of it.
It
Yeah.
applies to everything. Applies to everything. I don't regret any of it. Yeah, that's what, is what it is.
It's a crazy life
Look,
we've led.
sure, for sure. So what do you think, Johnny? You want to fucking take a puff and
Yep, let's do
call
this.
it a
Let's
night?
burn this last one and do. And I'm looking forward tomorrow night or for tonight. I think it's going to all work
I'm
out good.
still,
I think it's
you
going to
know,
work out.
in my heart, it's. I know it's the right thing to do, but in my gut,
It's hard.
I'm not.
It's scary, isn't it?
It's hard. Yeah. Well, and
It's
to be to be quite candid about this, uh, I haven't even I haven't spoke to Miss Jill, and well, we've had many rough DMs in the past, but I have not spoken with Miss Jill personally at all through this. I didn't even set this up. I didn't even set this up, so I'm still churning into my stomach. You know what I mean? I don't even know
so
how myself how this is gonna go.
okay. Well, just go into it with an open mind, an open heart. Keep sub cool right out there in front because that is what this is about.
So I know. I guess I'm saying that because I just want everybody to know. I'm right there with you guys. I'm right there with you. I am right there with you. There's nothing different than the way I felt months ago. And this is all in the, like I said, this is all purposely being orchestrated in opposition to what's going on. And it was going to happen anyway.
Yes.
But this is a team effort for Sub to be remembered for his work and
For,
him
yes.
and
Yes.
everything he did. So, and that we just, we want to show a united front on that. So
And I gotta
it's a
say,
team effort to be him for it to preserve his memory the way it should be preserved.
I've been going through his videos.
Have you?
Yes. I love it. I mean, I'm getting to know him, you know? I didn't really get to know him that much. I just met him like, just a few months. I saw him and it was just like, and then he was gone. So I didn't really get to know who he was. So now I'm getting to know who he is and who he was through the videos.
Nice. You know what's another thing? If you can actually if YouTube saved them chats like they
I
do
don't.
now,
I don't think the chats are in there. I don't.
I think you have to actually click like they won't play, but you can click on live chat
Oh,
and they'll
really?
actually
Okay.
come up.
I'll check that out.
So you know what the funny thing is about that is? I don't
So,
care what episode that you practically choose. If there's a chat available, you'll find me in that chat. You'll find me in that chat.
well, you were always there, like you said, man. Whenever he popped
Well,
on,
it's
you were
a
there.
lot
Didn't
of them
matter what time.
episodes, the higher you get up into the numbers, too, he starts calling me out on a daily.
Yeah.
You don't even have to look in the chats after a while. He just talks about,
Oh, that's cool.
I miss that fucker. I do, man. I do. He was a cool dude, as you're getting to see, man. He
Yeah.
had a life. He was his
He had a
own. He was
spirit
his
to
own.
him, a light. Yeah, he had a light to
Yeah.
him. The way he flowed was amazing. He just he would have been a fantastic person to really know, to get to know, to personally know. I think that would have been a blessing. So,
And so I want to put this out there too beforehand because I just happened to look up and see. I'm gonna, I see a comment there saying that it would be interesting that see what she's got to say because she did spend a lot of time. They both spent a lot of time trashing each other, and again, that's something that I don't hold. Husband and wife
but
are
I
gonna
don't
do that.
I don't even think we
You know
should
what I
even
mean? It's the
you know
only
that
the only thing that happened there was that they were silly to air do it in the public eye. But this is what I want to say about that: is in time of late when Sub has passed and his memory is in risk of being tarnished. I got to give Miss Jill some credit. And again, I am not speaking with her, other than through a third party. You know, um, because we've had our outs. But again, I'm willing. I'm willing. But I got to give her some credit. She stepped up through this whole time and started defending Sub. She actually offered. Again, we'll leave it nameless. Some folks a large amount of money to walk away from his YouTube channel and his Instagram and leave it the fuck alone. She was going to take a large money out of her pocket and just say, "Hey, take this and leave my husband shit alone and walk away." And it didn't happen. They said no. But in that offer came a little respect on my end for Miss Jill. Again, I'm not no big advocate, nor will I probably be after this. But for that, I have respect. So that's what this is about. That's all. And
well, that's
hopefully we
cool.
can get through this tomorrow without no name calling in chat. Hopefully we can just get through
I
this and
really
with
hope that doesn't happen. I I really
all
hope that
new
our
respect.
community, yeah, I hope our community is willing to be the man up, woman up, whatever, uh, to allow to allow this to happen. Shit needs to be broken. Bread needs to be broken. Peace needs to be made. This needs to
It
happen.
does makes me feel a little bit better that I don't know if I had anything to do about you watching them videos, but it's nice to know that people are rediscovering them videos and finding out. Chicha B has told me that she's gone back and watched some episodes. She's
808
wanted to
rooting
see what we were
prospects.
talking about.
808 rooting prospects. He's going through them.
Yeah.
You know.
I still have a hard time. I really miss
Well,
the
I
guy,
can
but man,
understand that.
it
You've already
sets me
seen him.
back, man, when I hear that voice, man. It's like To me, it would be like going losing, somebody and then going through that photo of them. You really treasure them photos and you'd like to see them, but looking through that book for the first time, tough. Year into it, I don't know if I'm ready to open that book. I'm ready to remember, but I don't know if I'm ready to dive that deep.
I totally understand what you're saying there. I yeah, whenever I think of my buddy DOA, it goes just like that. So let's
Tough
take
year,
that
man.
hit.
Tough year. Yeah. Let's do that, Johnny. Let's do that.
This is to our boys, Sub Cool and DOA. May they live forever.
We nerds forever.
Ooh. How's chat doing? Everybody okay in there?
Yeah, they're hanging out. They're hanging out.
Got up into that serious shit and all.
Yeah, well, there's. I've always been Kevin's man. He's always been a good friend of mine. If you don't know that, you must be new to the channel. Nothing to
Yeah.
capitalize on him, but a lot of people have done it. That's for sure. That's for sure. But it ain't this guy. I haven't got nothing to gain by this. Except I'm actually. You put this in perspective, good sir or ma'am. I don't know which. I've got more to lose by putting this together than to gain. I could.
Yeah, it
I've
could
put
get
this.
really. Yeah, it
Yeah,
could.
it already has. I mean, look back at the last month. The backlash of public bullshit that's already went back and forth. I've already lost a lot of good people in the back and forth over stupid bullshit.
Yeah,
And
I've noticed that.
there's seriously nothing for me to gain out of this other than remembering my friend flat out, flat out.
Well, that needs to be put out there, and it is. It is now. I mean, because yeah, for Subcool,
Oof. All right.
All right.
Thank thank you, Johnny, for hanging out, brother.
Yes,
Help
sir.
buy some time. Always appreciated.
I appreciate you, respect you, man. I thank you for all the knowledge that you divulge into the community, and you have a platform for other people to do the same. And anybody else there in chat, man, we want to meet you. DM Eagle. Set up a time. Let's get to know you. You know?
Agree. I agree.
I mean, we
Just
we all we have are us weed nerds. Let's get to know each other to the point where we could walk down the road one day and say, "Hey, there's Micro Goon. I know that guy." Now I can do that because I met him tonight. You
maybe
know?
you could nudge him tomorrow when you see him and meet his wife. You maybe be like, hey, you
Yeah.
know,
You can bring his kid over
what do
too.
you
That's
think?
gonna be cool. It'll be a little family meeting.
Nudge,
You know? It'll
nudge.
be good. Yeah.
Wink, wink. Come on, Eagle.
So anybody out there, it's not hard to come on here and talk to. I mean, Eagle's our buddy. He's our friend. He's not gonna beat you up or anything like that. Crying out loud. So DM Eagle. let's get this going. Let's get to know everybody here. You know, this is what it's about, man. We are a weed nerd community, and that means we're all weed nerds.
We
We got to
are.
respect the
And that'd
plant.
be it. Again, I know it's Monday, but and this won't be an every Monday thing. This is only a special Monday
Yep, just this kind
episode.
of one time. I'm
Even
trying to find
though
my finger. There it is.
this will be the only, this is the one and only heads up you'll get on this. Next week's my birthday.
Oh, what day? What day?
Next Monday.
What day, Ava? Next Monday? All right.
Next Monday. Next Monday.
So it is.
All right, guys. Love you guys, man. Thank you again, Johnny. Let's get these shout outs going.
Right, yeah.
Actually,
I'm out of here.
Did my best yesterday. 14 fucking minutes, man.
Oh my God, you were on a roll. Did you see the chat at the end? Did you see the chat? Did you go back and look at the chat? That was funny, man. We were having fun with that. We were having fun with it. That was good, man. You were rocking it, man. I loved it. Eagle, respect you, brother. Thank you. We will talk to you tomorrow or tonight.
Yes, sir. 11:30.
Right, okay.
An early time, 11:30 tomorrow night.
All right. See you guys all there. Later, guys.
Have a good one, Johnny. Oh, that does do it for me. I don't even know why I typed that in the chat. I will be 49. Oh, God, that hurts. Painful to say. God, I didn't think I'd ever say that. It gets painful. I actually forgot how old I was for like 2 years. I didn't even bother fucking giving a fuck. Gotta get up and get that shout out list. Get that shout out list. Oh, get a little work in the garden to do after the shout out fun. Thank you, Bill said. I appreciate that, man. Stay active. That's my advice to anybody that's younger than me. Nice. $49 ain't got shit on us. That's right, guys. that makes me feel a little better, Ted. For sure. Let's get some tunes going here. Man, I wish YouTube would free up some music. I'll take this on right here. It's a good song. Appropriate, I believe. Couple good ones here. Country Roads, Appalachian Falls. So, man, I'm over here in Top Chat. I'm sorry if you guys been saying something. Top Chat just rolling by. I'm also a similar age, Stony Creek. 50 there. Nice. Makes me feel better. Definitely makes me feel better. Well, might as well start him out top of the list, man. Sub Cool. We missed you, brother. Hope you agree with what I've got laid down in your memory tonight, man. These House of Dank. Mama Lost 710, Scarecrow 420, Green Thumb Bomb, Christina MG, Unplugged 705, Medical McGillicuddy, Rick T, the Rebel, the 9G217, Fabian, Selena, Dave's not here, Tom Spook, Craig Walker, Mendo Dope hopefully will be here tonight, T Dog, Dung Beetle, Red Eye Jedi Grows, Mother Nature, Justin Conway, Duckweed, Runboy 7426, Justin Gooder, Songman, Okie Grower 75, Corey Trevor, Michael Wallace, Mole Vision, Who's Your Cat Daddy, Taco Don Slug, Rick S, In the Bushes 827, Giant James Seaman, Kevin Hahn, World's Last Hope, Pat's Fine, Bio Mentor, Dirt Road Dude, Kanashiba, Jose Ramirez, Red Eye Rustler, Dab Gabo, and Dr. Bottles Lightyear, 710 Canuck, Ken Queen Genetics, Stabby Tanaze, Fuminor, Dirtman, Dan, Keith, the Black Sales, Mr. Bosilla, Zen Premium Gardens, Rasa Bob, Rasa Jeff, Soil Roots, Small Tubes, Tyler, Frosty Roots, or Frosty Buds, North Michigan Micro, Ouija Buds, Dub T. Roy, Big Jar Grows, JC, Modern Genetics, SoCal Weedner, John, Lads PPJ, Green County Grower, CJ Apple, Perfectly Imperfected, Dollar Tree Grown, T1 Productions, Dank Grower, DOA Grown Meds, another weed nerd we lost this year. We miss you, brother. Miss Nudie Grows, I Gruesome, Johnny Canasy, thank you, brother. Nutrient Shootouts, Naughty Nikki, Zoe and Slammer, NNY, Pixel Monkey, St. Bernard's Observation Booth, Clover 420, all weed nerds I got to meet through the man we call something cool, weed nerd. Monty, we miss you, brother. Aldridge 25, Manatee, Sumu, Mo Grower, the Canacrat, Loki Grows, Cass, and this guy, Burton 79, and of course the Vets Grow, Polish Hammer, Midwest Outlaws 31, Voodoo Ultras, Fresno Nerds, Cali Connection, Wolverine Grower, Big Jar Grows, Jimmy One for Life, Laid Way Back Farmer, D Block, MMP Nations Creations, Amber Lalana, Psychedelic Warlock, Artist LD, Sir Sticky Rob, Big Dave 420, Brent Window, Big Ed 1961, Marijuana G3, The Green Click, J&K, Triple G, Mr. Sprinkling, Brittany and Tyler Teasley, Hope Farms, Lisa G, John, B2 Crazy for You, BG, WG420, Dr. Bugswell, Purple Thumb OG, Arthro, Centimillion, Anthro, Centimillion, and Anthro, Just Space 420, Beach Coast Grover 420, Sir How Trade Belong, Keep It Real, Hagerton 420, Sub Zeppelin, Audit Everywhere, BT, Double D, Rose, Bingus, Green Puffin Man, Alex Boykachess, Chef Life, School of Crop, Cause I Love It, Green Mountain Grower, Southwest Okies, Real 100, 212, Andy Man, Miranda Family Farms, Page Farms, Me Off Flower, Ryan Henderson, Green 13, Noob Sale Out Wins, Kingdom Aquaponics, Indra, Michigan Native, Mary Jane's Med Garment, Dreamer 77 Double D, Bad Bunny Nutrients, Mr. Green Pots, Mr. Green Nuts from 619 664, Spaniard Kruger, Jones and the Grow, Pop G Grows, Raz Amy, Drove Rose, Cass, the Grow From Your Heart podcast, Lily Luna, the Green Med Flock, Jeremiah Miranda, Sony Creek, Lost Art, Mr. No One, LG 420, Giant Mike, Prometheus Soil, Jason Eyestone, P. Wynn, David Colby, Mason 662, Scroggy's Scroggerton the Fourth, Goddess Grows, Kaylee, Chad and Brad Family Farmers, Polly P. Bjork, Eric Ferguson, Kevin Jodry, Mike Hacho, Jay Huggett, UDA, Green Tree Hunter, Kush Cloud, Joshua Seedlins, Organic Home Buds, Warren Nelson, Cam Wood, Mystic Main Mystic, Show Love Always, Kelly Stone, Texas OG, Chuck Norris, Sarge S, Claire Fresno, Happy Guy, 311 Mix Up, Kinder Grows, Evergreen, G Friends, Tree, MMJ, Matt Sable, or Matt S, Save Vault, there we go. Dragonfly B, Justin, man, Travis Wells, Lucky Mike, Eric Ferguson, Seattle Chronic Seeds, King Chronic, Titan from Blessed Coast Seeds, Ciango Gas, Wabasso for Life, John Smith, Tommy Troicos, Boca King, Raz, Pop Little, Slow Roll, Spiky Pot, Ice Cream, Oscar Green Jr., Matt Steelberg, Endo 11, Stephanie V, Shark Pulley 989, Bob Brown, Sovereign Garden, Stoner Nations 420, Joe Y, Bugs 131311, a Grower, Painted Lady, Frank Booth, Jay Myers, Janid, the Chat, Mr. Manny D, Bagseed, Dr. DGC, Jeff, Charter 911, Dutch Gross 420, Scallywag 420, Skill Bull 1, Med Grower 1, Empire Rating Co. for Broly, Lost Leaf, Liam Mass, Danny Danko, B Bear 7, LA Noble, CK, Tom Trinidad, Looney Jester, Smoking with Small Town, Tim S, Mr. Lazy, Rafter Gross, Rob, Automation is Freedom, Robert Hazelton, Door Michigan Quarter, Double Tap, Mr. Green Thumb 420, 808 Rooting Prospects, the Canada Bus Driver, Hate and Life, Kenny 710, Operation Growth, T-Ben,
Rude Nut 619, the Hammered Emails. Thank you guys. Dr. Scrambles, BB Moonrocks, GHF Double J, Bio Green, Self Grower, Hanky Stanky 420 OG, KP, Ganja Nana, Your Mama, Georgia Joe, Roy Rodriguez, B, Growing Nature's Best Nugs, Killer Reed, Grows, Ganja Wizard, Husky Gardens, Nut Tree 420, Dr. Ooh, Soil Life, Bully for Life, the Jeffro 420, Beta 698, Dr. Franklin Booty, Goddamn, I make Ted's Test, the Riffin' Fat Boy, Jack Green Sox, 420, 420, Boone's Farm, Charlie's Farm, 420, Aldridge, 25, Smiley's Gardens, JD's, Miss D's Nugs, Smoking Grow Frazier, Grow Koski, Twisted Roots, Faded Farm, 420, Jeff Jarowski, Genetic Memory Farms, Evolve 420, Cameron, Mr. Bagsy, Jill Carter, Mystic Marks, Mystic Grower, TW, Ginger Snaps, DTE, Grows A, Rick Wolf, DLP 2372, Ned Denver, Mike Denver, Sergeant Pepper 420, Cannon Trooper, Flycat 420, Light Up Again Tim, UKSIF 420, Buddha Boy, Devin Shipwreck, Medical MJ, Budsville USA, Resurrection Prophet, Chris Martinez, Dankman 420, Dankman Dan, Red Setter Farms, Good Luck, Joni Bell, Chicha B, the most hated grower in the Major General 420 Army, the American one, W Digger 714, Shirates, Kineo, Synetics, Mountain Skies, ready to hit that hot five, Chris Mertz, Ian, Save Robbie, Sergeant Live, Hepa Fade Cam, Finger Lakes Finest, Ridge Page, Dozer Man, Southern BT, Grower, Choose Medical, Jerry Bear, Plus One Mushroom, Secret City Pioneers, My Little Tent, 2042 Spacewalker, Christian Tree Monk, T. Barrington, Heart and Soul Homegrown, Mike B, T. Dwayne, East Coast Will, Heidi Day, Galactic Gardens, John Smith, Elliptics, My Natural Farms, Pacific Northwest Seeds, Ross, Kaya Paul, Lemon Hoko, Trent, Rita's Juicy Life, 420 Manual, Grants, Mary Bond, Sammy Sizzle, 81, 9-inch Cocos, Chris Mo, DK Trades, Vision Creator, Guru, Dekaimbu, Canada Nation J, J Wires, Dan the Indoor Man, Gromy Homies, Hamilton Grows, Clip Smokes, Keystone, Canaflag, PA, Big High 710, Eugene Greenleaf, Ace Drew Hustle, Fred Darncalos, North Arizona Beer Grow 420, No Sellout, Jesse Weiss, Gosh Dang Yeti, Introvert Genetics, So J, Vixen Robin, Killer 8, Mo, Cam Wood, James Buttercree, C Dub from NorCal, The Pharmacy Seed Bank, Deadhead, Smokey 616, Curtis Mayhem, Matt Myron, Morte, Rick Heyman, Stephanie Dora, Antenna Seeds, Fabcarious K, Mike Rubles, the Drew Bear 420, Maxi 751, Lawrence Gonzalez, Slow to Get Up, Stu Popco 719, Bake with Shake Baby, Old Smoke, PWC Grown Buds, Laura Wash, Mr. Weed Blunts, Old School Grower, Chad Westport, Haunter Grown, Florist Nugs, My Little Piece of Tent, Pungent Sound Seeds, Goliath Grower, Richard T, Chrissy Wannabe, Mr. Soul, Food Spectrum, Gone God, Lori Hanson, Real 2000 Years of Tradition, Mr. D. Connolly, Pimp Jam McBodyface, Show Me Sasquatch, Fuck Google and You, I'm Going Well Baby, Canadian Restore, Fort Dirt Farmer Call, Wright Zeffner, Humble Farms, Tannery Farm, Seldom Seen, Oak Park Gardens, Hell 9782, Skunky Palace, Martial Artist 2012, the Microslave Hefner, Danny McDizzle, Medically Fit, KGB, Robert Mr. Green Fingers, Motherfucking Thomas, Rancher Coast, Plenty, Michael Ball, Monkey Balls, Andrew Champlin, Bobby Lynn Means, Trench Digger, Mr. Mac, Tony Lake, Baloney, Middle S, Weed Peace, Tater Delicious, Minty Country Roots, Huron Fire Genetics, Earth Creeper, Big Gray 420, Team Lean 101, Buds and Hazard, Mr. Club 14, Beater B Man, Farm 616, Nile Up, Max Screw Ruby, Timothy McKimmons, Neil, Justin Bean, Sopranic 88, Fat Belly, Real, Jennifer Steele, Kimba 03, Turk Farmer, Shannon, Steven, Carlitos, Latino, Gator Country, Mr. Speed, Will Steve, Will, Firesaw, Wally Wookie, The Goddess Grows Again, Ross Bob, White Feather Grow, Burning Shrooms, Tone Grows Take, The Caveman Grows, BX Gunner 81, The Smith Dude, Noob Grows, Sean McCann, Jade Monk, Steak Agenda, Wawa Can Grow, Fall Dog, Huron Cannabis Council, Lissa Parish, Rock Fam, Justice Mick, 420 Ben, Fresh Grow, Thriving Herbs, High Boy, Your Mailman Grows, We Be Growing, Australian Grows, For Love the Plant, Argo American, Swamp Poker, Unfrozen Hair, Caveman, White's Highest Surf Craft, Michael Grooms, Jeff Lowenfels, Mobius, Rose, Dan Brownies, Dan D, Elliot Harkins, Mystic Flavor, The Foraging Gardener,
Overwater, Overkill, Seattle Steve, Shadow Warrior, Valley Green 514, Amelia Jensen, Oz Indica, Dr. MJ Coco, Brandon Ross, Matthew Gates, Steve's Bags, Rome Star, Shotgun Willie, Dank Janda, or Joey Yoda, Jay Simmons, Sure Bro Gross, Clackamas Food, DJ Conley, ATG, Light 1978, Michigan Grown Buds, Your Boy, Roy Boy, Delta 9, Jay McDaniels, Clackamas 420, Skinny, Stinky Colas, Dylan Steinfort, PFC Farms, Husky Garden, Sun Grown 707, J 8 Droves, J420, Cascadian Groves, Sea Toes McGee, Four Plants A, Weedworks, Captain Scrog, Skunky Buns, Hans Warrior, Jackie Young, Terry Lee Live, Magaster Tempe, Annie Ann, D Urge, Green Jr., Leon from All Purpose Plus, Green Jr., our Green Goose, 11 Smiles, 11, Bindu Buds, Michael Rossick Rose, Wob Wobbie, Sean Binns, Rescue Ready Roadside LLC, Notorious Nugs, Magma Seeds, Father and Son, Trimming Tutorials, WT Dank, Jose Materias Perez, Doggo the Hut, 420, Chiba Man, GR420 Community Videos, Detroit River Rat, Louis Garcias, Michael P, AJ Everyday, Captive Audit, Cheddar Bob 13, Main 420, Med Grower, Cookies Coop, Jay Kendricks, In for the Grill, Backwoods All Good, Sally, man, Sal, Adams, something, sorry, Adams, Chanel, Simpsons, Ganja Roach, Kazoo, Aaron Burnage Rooms, Mr. Lincoln Stinkin', Angel Studios, MG, the 420 Grow Tent, Paul Diella, John Fleming, Dankovich, Fibro Flower, Paulie P, Seldom Seen, Elevated, Lenny Organic, Sunny, Sun Man, Chiba, Sunny, Jeff Papalik was here, or damn it, Papalik, he was here and he fucking corrected me today. I already lost it. I'm sorry, Jeff. I will get it. Sorry, Jeff. Oh, brain fart. Now I'm stressing it. Arno Sosa, Dan J, Earth Friendly Farming, Candy Forest Farming, fuck all that B, Misfit Grower, Jason Eyestone, and thank you again, Jeff. Jason Eyestone, Jason Line 512 for the third fucking time. Snake Eyes, Northern 4466, Jason Greystone, Stoner Baker, FD, Stony Creek, Russ Sonic, Fringe Dweller, Tarzan, Superman, Old Man Hermit Hash, Freebird, Mo Grower, Matty Gar, Simple Man, Survival Time, Tim Blake, Gulf Coast Chronic, Stink Fact, Caballero, Harley, Grower, Jen Guide, Steve Collins, Todd Kendricks, Property Maintenance, Sharpie, The Island Haze, Scuba Steve Speaks, JR Ream, The Farming, or Randy K, TCDR, good friend right there. Claire Killian. I get it now. Wardrobe Farming, Andrew Grande, Piff 1000, Ace Boogie 3223, Wake Up, Crafted Freedom, B Puffer Smiles, 15 digits. Michigan Ganja Mook Ash, Fred G, Silent Bob, Broski 808, Weekend at Bernie's, K-Bag, Justin Station, Strong Style Organics, Lippy, Lapito, Pinheadolito. God, you guys. I Medic 31, Honor Seat, K-Hell. Is that? I believe so. Be All Flower, Brett Boone, Todd Kendricks again, Kendricks Newton, KNT, Chris D, Truth Serum, 4 times 4, Natty Dread, Barbara Matthews, Ancient Soul Grown, Kevin Jiu-Jitsu, Canna Health and Happiness, Berserk 215, Celeb, Low Cut, Albert Tremblay, Bo Manic Meds, RZ, Banshee, Raz Banshee, Helen, Huge Anus, Huge Anus. Did you tune in for that? Huge Anus. Last but not least, Wheatus 207. Gotta get another name on the list there between Wheatus and Huge Anus. Thank you guys for hanging out tonight. I greatly appreciate. Oh, I forgot about that. That's funny, man.
Uh, please tune in tonight for our tribute to our friend Subcool tonight. Again, Miss Jill will be here. Frenchie Cadoli, TCDR, quite possibly Indra will be here at some point, hopefully. Uh, you never know. Hopefully Mendo will maybe pop in. You never know. Fucking talking shit with Egan. See you guys tonight, 11:30. Please don't forget, 11:30 tonight. I know usually I go late, but tonight, special episode, you can't, anniversaries are anniversaries. You can't fucking predict where they fall. Mystic Grower, I know you're going to have to bite your tongue, but thank you very much. And I trust that you'll be well. Thank you guys. Have an amazing day if this is the end of your journey. This is the beginning of your day, your journey. It's fucking Monday. You're having an absolutely amazing week. Start to your week. Please go out there, try to do something nice for somebody, even if it's being nice tonight in chat. That counts. That counts. You can save it for tonight. You can say that one random act of kindness. Do something nice for tonight in chat. It totally would count. It would totally count. Love you guys. I'll see you tonight. 11:30. Have a great day.